People want to get out tomorrow morning, that could be a little tricky.
Yeah, it will be a little tricky tomorrow morning and maybe even in a few little isolated areas well into the afternoon. But by the time we get to the weekend, we're drying things out. It'll just be really cold. But if you have travel days, Saturday, Sunday, those look much better than what we have on tap over the next, let's say, 36 hours. So as we look outside right now, 34 degrees and the wind chill is 34 with a calm wind speed being reported right now. Live look at Campus Martius. We're about 5 degrees cooler than this time yesterday, a bit cooler as you work your way up into the thumb, almost 10 degrees cooler, where temperatures are in the 20s, but we have about 30, 31 degrees being reported along I-94 from Metro Airport towards Ann Arbor, and a few flakes possibly coming down in Pontiac, but otherwise relatively dry and overcast. You can see wind chill readings are a bit more significant as you get north of about 696. So feeling like 21 in Mount Clemens, 18 in Pontiac, Sandusky, 19 in Port Huron. Otherwise, we feel like 30 at Metro Airport, 31 down into Monroe, 25 off in Ann Arbor. So as we get the kids out the door, if they haven't already left, we will be in the upper 20s as kids are standing outside before the bell rings. And then as kids are dropped off from the bus stop or at the bus stop this afternoon, we'll be just above the freezing mark with some snow chances that do begin to creep into our area after 4. I think about 5 o'clock. So this will be an after school event, but taking us into tomorrow morning school day. So winter weather advisory has been issued north of Lansing. That will be until 10 a.m. tomorrow because the onset of this will reach northern lower Michigan before it hits us. And then that persists into the day for us. We just don't have an advisory from the National Weather Service, but we are issuing a forewarned weather alert for Friday morning due to the impact that it'll have on the morning drive. So let's go ahead and take a look. We have some snow working its way in by 5 o'clock or so, and then that's out of here for most of us at 10, lingering into the thumb. And so we'll get a little lull in the action. At this point, by about midnight, we should pick up a half of an inch. I'll show you snowfall totals in a moment. But it's going to be after midnight. We have the widespread snow, and it stays pretty persistent through the morning commute. Even 10 a.m., we're still dealing with that snow coming down. And now, as I stop the clock at 4 p.m., we have some snow, lake effect snow bands that begin to develop that are heavier with these bursts of snow, and they're going to be more scattered and isolated, not a widespread event, but that's going to add to more accumulation and make travel a little tricky out there. You recall, last 2 weeks we've had some snow squall warnings, so we'll have to see if one of those develop as we head into tomorrow afternoon. But the forecast, about a half inch along I-94 northward by midnight. Now as I stop the clock at noon tomorrow, we picked up the bulk of the accumulation, about 1 to 2 inches, but we'll be adding a little bit more to that as we go throughout the afternoon on Friday. Snow sticks around this weekend. Highs are only in the 20s. If you're heading to Chicago, plan for a cold game at Soldier Field, where we'll be in the 20s for tailgating, 30 by game's end. Christmas, will it be a white one? There's a chance. I'll tell you what the variables are here. We get up to about 2 inches over the next 36 hours, and then maybe another little light accumulation, a dusting or so late Monday. Temperatures rise Tuesday, Wednesday in the upper 30s. That's Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. So plan for melting. We just need to have enough snow depth at the surface that all of it doesn't melt away, and that's our chance of seeing the white Christmas. So we'll have some single-digit wind chills this weekend, a frigid one, but then we are climbing out of it going into the holiday with relatively dry conditions for your Christmas Eve and Christmas Day if you're traveling to family and loved ones' houses.